Okay, on this episode of Two Fat Drunks, we're going to talk about the dream drive-in double feature. If you could ever go to a drive-in, if you haven't been to a drive-in, go on. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you could go to a drive-in and see just 1-2 movies in a row, what would those 2 movies be? You're in a car, 2 speakers on at the drive-in. Coming up next, I'm Two Fat Drunks. It's like a recycling center in here.
Fucking here, right?
Hi, everybody. JDV here. Here's
Warpig. How you doing, guys? How you doing, guys?
All right, Kyle. Thanks for coming on back into the show.
Welcome back.
You
guys hang out. You like to have fun. You
hit
see
that
the show.
notification bell so you can get more great content.
And likes. Smash likes.
Well, yeah. All right, so anyway,
likes. Yeah,
so now we're in summer, man. The summer of 2019, we're full on in now, man. We're like week 10 days into it as we shoot this. Right?
Yeah,
so,
summer in Michigan. Wow, beautiful.
So now, if you could only show one double feature, what would your dream double feature be? And mine was one that I actually saw in real life that happened, a true real life double feature.
Wow.
I'm not saying it's maybe the best, but it is a pretty strong.
Give me your double feature,
By my double
and
feature,
I'll give you
I
mine.
saw this, no bullshit, well there's 2 of them I suppose. I saw Alien, and I think it was Orca.
With Richard Harris.
Richard Harris.
Yeah, the kind of trying to cash in on Jaws.
So both Alien and Orca
As killer whales,
are
right.
Jaws inspired in that
In its own way? I guess
they're monsters. They're animals.
Yeah, monster movies.
Yeah, I mean,
Alien is
the monster in Alien is basically just a really bad roach.
an advanced animal, right?
It's super bad.
The world's worst roach.
Yeah, it's the meanest ant in the world, right? Really, when you get down. Well, like Jaws, it's the meanest shark ant, and Orca, it's the meanest
killer whale.
Well, so you had Alien, this amazing 5-star movie, and Orca.
Not a 5-star.
To an 11-year-old kid, it
awesome.
was awesomely good.
It's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
And the other movie, right around
fucking
a little later on in life, I'm 84, I think. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan the Barbarian was the A picture, and the B picture
Conan.
was Sword and the Sorcerer with Lee Horsley.
Lee Horsley.
That was a legit drive-in double feature.
I like that.
That's pretty. For me, that was because, like, if you're into playing D&D or love fantasy, and you see again, this is at a drive-in movie theater,
right?
For never having seen either movie before, and I was like a young teenager. I don't know, 10, 12. I don't know.
What year was this? 1950, 1960, right? When you were.
It was a good. And movies that still hold up, movies that are still fun to watch today.
Right.
Conan the Barbarian
just lend themselves to that experience.
There's some of the reason why people love 80s movies is because of Conan the Barbarian, drive-ins, and like movies like Sword and Sorcerer, like independently made movies that made no sense on paper, but some they are still fun. Like kind of the way we love Hawks and Slayer.
Absolutely, yeah, I love Hawks.
But it's the same kind of thing. We're like. Their heart is in the right place, and they try really hard. And when you see that on a monster drive-in screen, boy, it's like I saw Logan's Run at a drive-in. Boy, Logan's Run is a super fun movie.
I've got it for you. Okay, here's my combo. Okay.
All right, hit me.
And here's my combo for a fucking great.
I'll give you my dream combo, but that's my actual real life I saw in.
I can give you 2 that
Alien
I saw
in
real life.
Good, and Conan and Sword and Sorcerer. Those are.
So here's my fantasy one.
Okay.
My fantasy one is
Suck it to me.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and the Mummy.
Ooh,
with Brendan Fraser. That's a fucking great 1-2 punch.
Which one would go first?
Indiana Jones. Yeah, you kind of answered your own question, but yeah, because you need to get into it. And then you can watch The Mummy, right? Then you can get into that because there's parts.
Mummy is a fantastic movie.
Mummy is a great movie. There's a little bit of drag to it, but
when they're on the boat,
right? There's a little bit of but however, once it hits its stride, But that's why you watch Indiana Jones first. You're already primed. So by that time you're drunk or high, you're already eating your popcorn, you're chill, so you don't mind watching a really good version
it's like
of that.
It's kind of like the Conan and the Sword and Sorcerer.
Right.
Like Sword and Sorcerer is not as it's a star worse than Conan, but that's no shame. And Conan the Barbarian is a
Right.
4.5 star movie.
Gee,
man.
sorry it wasn't as good as this, but I'm at least here.
It's not Lawrence Arabia.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. And
Now-
Sword and Sorcerer is so that's a pretty good combo.
Now my real life one.
Yeah, give me
okay. The one I
give me a
actually
real life.
went is
No, that's
okay.
a good fantasy one.
That's a pretty good one, right?
Yeah,
the one I
do
actually
that.
saw was The Thing.
Yeah, ooh.
I saw The Thing in the
See,
drive-in.
I did not see it in a drive-in.
I saw it at the fucking a
gonna
place
miss.
called the Fort George, which was in Southgate, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The Fort George Theater, which was great. The second feature was a movie I've never heard of
Extra?
and never seen since. When the Screaming Stops.
Screaming stuff. No
It's
way.
this crazy off-brand, not quite alien, but almost alien, kind of like a fucking demented.
I've even heard of it.
Look, my dad took me to see some demented shit because he loved horror movies. So he doesn't know. He's just taking a kid to see whatever, right?
Well, my old man took me to see Alien. When that little thing came out of the chest, I'm like,
You're like, Mother of God!
I kicked the windshield and like almost broke it. And then I'm like, oh my God, my father is going to kill me now for kicking his windshield. So I turn over to him slowly. And he goes, it's okay, son. Scared me too.
That was pretty scary. Pretty scary.
Well, that's pretty scary.
Yeah,
Of course,
dude.
yeah. Someone had to have taken you to these drive-in.
Oh, absolutely. My parents did.
Now, yeah, if you're a
Impressive.
parent now, take your kids to the drive-in.
Yeah, I actually
Or
have
build
taken
one.
my kids to the drive-in, and actually we have one in the backyard.
Like, I don't
So-
want to watch Blade Runner at a drive-in.
Yeah, that's
I do want to watch Jurassic Park and heavy metal at a drive-in, though. You know, I mean, that's another one
Yeah,
of those kind
you
of.
could get away with.
Almost always the second movie in the drive-in would be more graphic.
It's got to be the heavier film, right?
Yeah, it's got to be the more.
You got to
sexy,
start out light and then get heavy.
Set up your own drive-in. Go to you. You're on
Not
YouTube.
that hard, guys.
But
It's
there's
not
a
that
zillion
hard.
DIY things, but just a piece of canvas, blow
Dude,
up things.
seriously,
There's a
like
lot of
fucking
different solutions.
20 minutes under $300 easily.
You can do it. Projectors are super cheap right now. Go ahead and get one.
Good ones.
It's
Yeah.
worth it. It really
It
is.
is worth it. It's fun to do.
And if you
Matter
have
of fact, I had to get ours going in a
If
couple
you
weeks.
if you
so,
have
yeah.
a drive-in within an hour and a half's drive from you,
Go.
It might be worth it at least
Go,
for
man.
once.
At
with
least
your
go
friend.
one time.
because it does lend a weird. And if the movie's actually
different
any
experience.
yeah,
It's a different experience, dude.
and
It
if the
just
movie is good, actually good, like I saw Rocky in a drive-in. Well, that
You know what's
didn't
wacky?
hurt Rocky.
I saw Rocky 2 at the drive.
And you think about, well, why would being outdoors help Rocky? Well, because they're in an arena, in a big, and somehow
It's just
makes
different.
it bigger.
It's different.
It makes it more real. It is something.
Yeah,
If
it's weird.
you like these two fat drunk episodes, and even if you don't, then give us a double thumbs down.
Tell us to go fuck ourselves. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We love you.
But besides saying to go fudge ourselves, like,
You-
subscribe, hit the notification button, love each other, and
Ah!
Tom Hop.
That's fucking the theme to Octopussy.
I sing that shit every time I get a new high score on Angry Birds. I grab a little kid. It's an all-time high. They look at me like, what the fuck
You're
are you
like,
talking
please
about?
leave me alone.
I know. I hate you, Father. I want you to die.
Don't touch me.
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.